Okay, I want everyone to close their eyes. And I want you to picture a time when somebody went out of their way to be nice to you, to do a random act of kindness for you. You know, it could have been something that made you say, wow, that person was really nice, or that just made my day. Or it could have been something where, as big as having someone pull over to the side of the road and help you change your tire. Or as simple as opening the door for you and giving you a smile. Now I want you to think of a time where you did something nice for somebody else. How did it make you feel? And how did it affect your day, hopefully in a positive manner, to the point where you decided, like, today is a great day. Now I want you guys to open your eyes. As you can imagine, I will be talking about kindness. Kindness is probably one of the single most underrated acts that a person can do to have an impact on other people's lives. You know, and that goes to show that the human race is built on kindness. So first, I will be talking about the issue. The issue is that, frankly, the world is very mean. We live in a very mean world. The implication is that we all can make a difference. All of us has the ability to impact each other and start a chain reaction. And the information is simply be kind. And I'll give you some examples and some ideas of how to do that. So first, the issue. The world is mean. We live in a world where every week on the news, sometimes every day, you see stories about massacres, about shootings, about people dying on the street. You know, very, very depressing things and things that make you feel really sad for the people who are affected and the people who, you know, are going to be affected for the rest of their lives. Well, here I've been to this number, 600,000. 600,000 is the number of people that were incarcerated in 2012 alone. This was according to the U.S. Justice of Statistics. This translates into approximately 600,000 people a year. That's 600,000 people doing bad things in one given year in the entire United States. And sadly, this is the lowest number since 1999. So here's the issue. The United States is not fifth, not fourth, not third, not even second, but first in the number of incarcerations per year. That's 716 people per 100,000 people in the United States are in either a state or federal prison. This puts us ahead of Rwanda, Cuba, Russia, Georgia. This means that the United States is spending more money on education than on housing people in jail. These dots, the yellow dots, are the amount spent on education in each of the 50 states, and the blue dots are the amount of money spent per person in jail. The gap of this just goes to show that how many people we could be paying for education are what we're paying to punish them. So the next idea, the implication, is that we can make a difference. It's not saying that I'm going to affect one person, and that one person, I'm going to keep him out of jail. I'm saying, how can one person of 318 million people in the United States and 7.2 billion people in the entire world make a difference? Well, that is by being kind. You know, be kind to the people that you know. You know, those are your friends, your family, the people that you already have an impact on. Let them know that you care. Show them that you care. Be kind to the people that you don't know. Maybe it's the people, the gas station attendant. Tip them. Give them a smile. Hold the door open for somebody. Show them that you care. And be kind, most importantly, to the people who aren't kind to you. Show them what it's like to have some compassion, and show them ultimately that you care. So not only do you have the ability to impact those around you, but you have the ability to impact your own life every single day for the better. Dan Pink talks about intrinsic motivation in his book Drive, and he says that we know that the richest experiences in our lives aren't when we're clamoring for validation from others, but when we're listening to our own voice, doing something that matters and doing it in the service of a cause larger than ourselves. My high school English lit teacher used to tell us a story. He would open up with this story every year. My little sister actually just retold me this story a couple months ago when she had him. And he used to say that when he had a bad day, he purposely would go up to 3 different people and compliment them. And he said that those 3 people had the ability to change his life, and he had no idea, they would have no idea that they were affecting him. Not only was he able to make their days much, much better, but he was also to impact his own. That's 3 people. That's all you got to do if you're having a bad day, a bad moment, a bad hour, a bad week. You have the ability to turn your own life around and make yourself feel better. Lastly, information. Just be kind. Being kind to somebody isn't about, spending every week, every second of every weekend, at the homeless shelter, feeding homeless people, or spending every last penny that you have donating to charity. It's opening the door for somebody. Might not be anybody that you know. Open the door for them. Give them a smile. Compliment them on what they're wearing. Look them in the eye and say, hey, I hope you have a good day. It's the drive-through difference. If you, approaching somebody to give them a compliment makes you feel antsy, because sometimes it honestly does to me. You can do this thing where in the drive-through you pay for the person behind you. The radio station Star 99.1 actually promotes this to their listeners, and it's what they call the drive-through difference. And I listen to their station, and people will bring in stories about, 16 times over, people were paying for the person behind them. And that was starting a chain reaction. I don't know if you've ever heard of Rachel's Challenge. This was a young lady who was one of the first teenagers killed in the Columbine shooting. And before she died, she wrote in her journal, she wanted to start a chain reaction. She wanted to start a chain reaction by doing something kind, and having that person do something kind to someone else, and so on and so forth. And that's kind of what I'm preaching to you right now. It's to start something that changes others' lives around you while making yourself feel good as well. And that brings me to Big Brother, Big Sister. If you're a little bit more hands-on, this is something that you can also do. It's a program that pairs older teenagers, older adults, stuff like that, with children in need, so that they have somebody to rely on, somebody that really believes in them and that makes them feel at home. And one of their mottos is, together we're changing what it means to grow up in America, so start making a difference today. That is really what I mean when I say make a difference. You're not going to keep the bad guys from doing bad things, but maybe you can affect somebody else in a positive way and, start that chain reaction. So lastly, I leave you with this. The issue is that the world is mean, but it doesn't actually have to be. We can make a difference by starting that chain reaction. We can be the ones that go into the world today to inspire others to do the same. And the way we do this is to be kind. Be nice to people. All it takes is a smile, a look in the eye, and say, I hope you have a good day. So I leave you with this. Kindness is the language which the deaf can hear and the blind can see, by Mark Twain. So I empower you today to go take those actions and turn them into inspiration.